Welcome back to another trade recap. Today is February the 23rd. Took one trade on Tesla. Previous day low retest towards the downside. Really solid trade. We also had some continuation as well, at least for today. Pretty solid rejections on the major indices off our previous day highs, at least on the SPY chart. So let's talk about my trading statistics for the month so far. Ended up making $5,000 today. Last week, 12,000. The week previous, 12,000. Last 2 weeks were a little bit tricky, right? You had to be very cautious. I expect the exact same this week as well. So we'll be a little bit more patient on some of the setups. Some of these, of course, higher time frame setups. We'll be more cautious of mean reversions. Spine cues, we end up getting that previous day high rejection that we'll talk about. The only solid week that we had was week number one, which was absolutely fantastic. But so far, up about $85,000 for the month so far. Let's go on to the exact trade that I ended up taking today, which was on Tesla. So we end up taking the Tesla previous day low retest towards the downside. And let me explain the overall thought process before I do that. Let me go on to my pre-market game plan coming into today. So yeah, coming into market open here, game plan for February the 23rd. Coming to market open, we had some news over the weekend regarding Trump tariffs. Right now, we're in between its previous day's range. We actually opened up closer to the top of the range on the SPY. I basically said I want to see the reaction that we have within the first 15 to 30 minutes, specifically on the major indices. That's what I always mention when I talk about this. At least I mentioned I mentioned I want to see how the market will digest this information, at least for my top watches. Tesla previous day low, AMD previous day low, Nvidia previous day high, actually. Other names, Palantir higher time frame wedge pattern, MU above previous day high, SNDK above previous day high are in play. SNDK was actually probably the nicest trade of the day. But as you can see here, coming to market open for Tesla, or let's go on to the major indices first. As for the Qs, we talked about this one being inside the middle of the range. Want to be a little bit more cautious within the first really 15 to 30 minutes. As for the SPY though, this is what was key here. The SPY actually ended up having a really solid push right off the bat, came up in towards our previous day highs, super solid rejections. So we're able to identify this coming to market open. We're looking for the SPY rejection. You can see right off the bat, first 10 minutes push towards upside, but super solid rejection right off our previous day highs on the SPY. And then we're looking to take some names towards the downside, specifically Tesla underneath previous day lows, of course. Other names, really not too much. Nvidia, there was really no entry. AMD, potential immediate retest right off the bat. Wasn't really a solid entry on that one. But SNDK, actually, this one up and towards our all-time highs would have been absolutely fantastic play. I wasn't really paying too much attention to this one right off the bat, but SNDK perfect retest right off that previous day highs. Hopefully some of you guys were able to capture this one. You could have been looking for your previous day highs or some sort of reclaim setup here on SNDK. But let's go into the trade that I ended up taking here on Tesla coming to market open. Let's play this out. So right off the bat, you can see drop compared to the overall markets. Compared to the QQQ, you can see kind of pushing up right off the bat. Tesla underneath our previous day lows. So now we're just looking for the previous day low retest in this case. So we're looking for previous day low retest for continuation towards the downside. Ultimately, no buyers stepped in, so there's no retest right off the bat. Still valid, so we're looking for the potential reclaim. As soon as it broke underneath, that's when we look for an entry. I personally took the 405 puts, if I'm not mistaken. I think I took, the 405 puts on the 0-day contracts. I think I had, 70 contracts of the 405 puts. Stop just a break above this key high. And I'm looking now for, just continuation towards the downside. So it actually came back up, retested it once again. This could have been another solid entry here on Tesla. Very tight risk, just risking a break above our previous day highs. Now looking for this push towards the downside. Contracts moved nicely. I think it moved around 40, 50% down in towards these lows. Next level I had was your 5-minute range high. but just maintained underneath that 5-minute range high and just end up continuing nicely towards the downside. So that's what I had for Tesla. Let's actually mark out this level I had was your 5-minute range plus our low that we created here from a few days ago. So for Tesla, end up entering here, scaled some down in towards our 403 and just kind of scaling along the ways, and then end up exiting right most of my position, just hold a couple trailers, but ultimately hit that 402. And then we end up I end up exiting the rest of my position here on that 404. But I was out majority 80% down onto this first initial push. And then the rest of the trailers ended up just kind of scaling along the ways and then cutting the rest once it got back above that 404. But yeah, that is going to be it for me today. Really, really short recap. I got a bunch of things to do, so I just wanted to get this out for you guys. But yeah, it's going to be it for me today, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. All right, take care, everyone. Peace.